Okay, so last two. We got Capricorn. We'll do that first. Original Capricorn, January 19th to February 15th. The goat, Saturn, spleen, adrenals, lead, amethyst, tiger's eye, Saturday, and garnet. This is before they switched it over to the 12 zodiacs. In case you're wondering, if you have any comments, leave them down below if you know more about that. Shrew, ill-tempered woman, a scold, a shrew, a mouse. So maybe you're dealing with somebody that's very ill-tempered, or somebody that's been on your case for a while now and they haven't really let up or left you alone. Maybe this is an overbearing mother figure or female figure in your life. This could be somebody that is a part of your family, or somebody that maybe you just know as like a family friend or good acquaintance. Feels more like a maternal figure. Okay, what else do we got for Capricorn? What do we got for Capricorn? We got the Fool. Fool energy. So this doesn't have to be that you're like a clown or a joke or class clown or anything. Maybe you did in the past when you were in school. If you're still in school, you like to joke around and kid and stuff, but you're more in touch with your, this is you or somebody that you know. This feels like you, Capricorn. You're more in touch with your childlike side. So you're in the moment. You like to work with your hands. You like to keep busy. You like to constantly have maybe 4 or 5 different things on the go at the same time. Maybe this mother figure in the background can be putting a little bit of pressure on you. I don't know if it's for good intention or not. It feels like a little bit of both. Almost like they're pushing you to do something maybe that you don't want to do. But this Fool-like energy is somebody that is just in your, like a childlike mentality. You know, they say zero the hero, right? Nothing against anybody that's in Fool-like energy. Temperance in reverse. So whatever you're waiting for, whatever that you were doing, not a lot of self-discipline. So maybe this other woman in your life is pushing you to try to make different decisions. But whatever it is, you run out of patience. You still got a little bit of that spark within you. You still got the childlike solar plexus energy. But it almost looks like you're just kind of juggling back and forth. Or maybe you're tossing up ideas. But you're definitely not the most patient person when it comes to whatever endeavors you're dealing with right now. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Almost feels like you just kind of throwing things up in the air. Like, whatever. I'll do whatever I want sort of mentality. What else do we got here for Capricorn? Dome. Hemispherical roof of a building. A large cupola. Maybe you're visiting somewhere that's dome-like. What is it? I don't think it's Disneyland. There's another one. Is it a science center? That wouldn't be by Wonderland, would it? A dome-like structure. Maybe you visited somewhere similar to that, or that's where you want to be, or you want to go visit. So something that you haven't done yet. Reprieve. To grant, to respite, to relieve temporarily. Suspension, the execution of a criminal sentence. So maybe you've done all your time. It doesn't have to be here in the 3D. It doesn't mean you're incarcerated, but this could literally mean that you've done your time. You've learned what lessons that you needed to do, and you're kind of like, it's kind of like a program where you're rehabilitated. So maybe you're starting to learn certain things. Or you're being put into some sort of mental imprisonment through whatever temporarily that you have to learn. So this could be dealing with another person, like the feminine energy that's more like a shrew type, somebody that's almost like a boot camp, right? Yeah, to grant a respite to relieve temporarily. Maybe you took leave from work because you're mentally stressed, or you just needed some time off. That's okay too. It doesn't feel like you've done anything bad, but like I said, you're in childlike mentality. It could just be like, well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to, or I don't feel like doing that, and you're not going to make me. And I mean, everybody has free will. You're a grown adult. You can choose what you want for your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. Domestic. Belonging to the house or home, tame, not foreign, a household servant. Maybe you feel bound to a house or bound to this other woman, or maybe you feel bound to whatever responsibilities are in a domestic situation, or almost feel like you're under lock and key. like you have too many rules or something like that. So what else can we get for Capricorn? I was told to try that red leather, yellow leather thing. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. I wonder if that's symbolic specifically. Oh, the moon. Okay, there's certain things that haven't come to the light just yet. It looks like you're dealing with a lot of emotion, maybe things that have kind of touched on situations from the past, or just thinking about certain things that maybe you don't want to deal with. And again, you've got the whole Fool-like energy. See how you got the rainbow there? So that has to do with a lot of the chakras. Maybe you're just going into alignment, or you're starting to get into alignment, and there's certain things that you still want clarity on. Or maybe you yourself have to clarify certain things that you want, like your boundaries. You're in this boat here, kind of in the middle of that river, and you're just floating along on your own. You're not worried about anything on the side. There's two wolves on the side, black and white. That's kind of like yin and yang. That could be masculine and feminine energy. Maybe these are parental. And then you've got another entity over here that's over on the side. That's almost symbolic as Cancerian, which is ruled by the moon. A lot of thoughts. Definitely deep thoughts, and you're just kind of taking your time. You're not really rushing or anything like that. A little bit of tattered clothing, maybe t-shirts with rips and holes in it, or maybe you've gone back to a more like juvenile state, like in your teen years. You know how we would just bum around and whatever, and we didn't really care if our nylons had rips or if our t-shirts had holes. We just kind of did whatever and didn't care. I see indulging, smoking a lot of reefer. That could be what helps your clarity, but it could also inhibit the ability to feel certain emotions, because it's kind of like a numbing agent too. So just be careful with that. What else we got? We got the Two of Cups in reverse. So maybe you're romanticizing over something that you lost in the past, or maybe a relationship that's kind of fallen out. If you went your own separate ways, keep in mind that whatever you learned from the past to help you in the future endeavors, these are lessons that you had to learn so that you can learn the lessons, so that you can move forward, so that you could do your healing and not repeat cycles again and again and again. Not get into another relationship bringing some of that old karma of the stuff that you haven't learned. I just seen dry lightning. So maybe this has to do with some unspoken anger, or a little bit of bent up energy or built up energy that hasn't been expressed. Maybe you need to say something to this person. It looks like it was a mutual separation. It doesn't look like, but it does look like there was some people behind the scenes that had something to do with maybe the potential breakup. That could be that woman we spoke about at the beginning, that mother-like figure. Somebody that is almost like, what would you call that? Generous, but at the same time militant. Loving and kind, but at the same time a little bit catty and immature herself. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of both, and it's just overwhelming to you. Whoever this partner is, the whole reason for the breakup, there was justice brought in. So whatever needed to happen for divine timing. Lessons needed to be learned, and the scales have to be balanced out. So even though you may have had very, very good feelings towards this person, or maybe you had true love for this person, or you really did care about them and what they did for you even, sometimes justice has to step in, and the sword of truth has to come out, and the scales have to be balanced. And honestly, it's like a guiding star, you know, that 8-pointed star, almost like the nautical star, or helping for direction. And sometimes things come to an end for a reason. And at the time, you may not understand it, which is why you kind of resort back to, this could be you, or this could be another person you're watching. But this does feel like you, Capricorn. Either you're resorting back to your old ways just to kind of, you know, bring some cheer into your life so that you don't have to think about the situation, which is fine. But keep in mind, whatever happened, it happened for a reason. And it looks like this justice was brought in not just by a female energy, but by two passed over loved ones. And they're both male entities watching over, as well as spirit guides, ancestors, and anything like that. There was a lot at play here. This is beyond what we see in the physical realm. This was definitely played out for good reason, and it has to do a lot with the throat chakra and the root chakra. So This had to play out in this lifetime, whatever this was. I'm going to get a past life oracle deck just to be certain. I don't want to go too much into the negative, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. Like I said, justice comes in many different forms. So what can we get for Capricorn about this justice? Past life oracle. What lessons needed to be learned? Here in the 3D. Math. Something to do with math. Farm. Maybe you grew up on a farm or you have a lot of farm experience. This could be in your family and this was passed down. So something to do with horses, maybe carriage. You're used to being around people that grew up on a farm, or maybe this is that woman that I was talking about at the beginning. Shrewd. They can be just like a little bit hardened by life. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But you or this individual, or maybe even the past lover of yours, could have grew up on a farm or had to deal with a lot of farm activities. The doors in the back of the barn there are open. So whatever needs to come out can be exposed. Whatever needs to be said is right there at the surface. Like the doors are open. You can walk into that barn. Maybe it's an old barn. Maybe just sit there and think a little bit or go over some things that you need to heal from. But all the doors, actually, if you can see in this one, the side door and even the front door, all of them are open. You can go in there, you could take a look around, dust out whatever you need to dust out, maybe clear it out. Maybe some information's there that you'll, or maybe even ask the woman, if this is a mother energy, maybe start asking her some questions that you want to know the answers to. I mean, honestly, they could try to deny certain things or beat around the bush or whatever, but when it comes down to it, if you want the answers, you really are gonna have to ask. And if they won't give you the answers, then go to somebody else that you know, maybe somebody else you're close to in the family, okay? And try that. Doesn't hurt to ask. Sometimes the information itself hurts, but you got to get through what you got to get through. If you want to heal, move forward. Maybe that's what's going to give you this Two of Cups again. You know, get back into the energy of union. Maybe it's a union within yourself that you need to take a look at, and that has to do with healing. It's like a thorn in the side, right? You know, you could just keep ignoring it, or you could pull that fucker out and then heal from it. What else do we got? This one went off to the side and tried to escape. High priest or priestess. Okay, so you yourself are a high priest. Okay, I'm getting male energy, but this also has to do with high priestess as well. So this could be in your bloodline. This could be your mother. This could be a lot of things you learned from your mother and father. And you yourself are, there's that dry lightning again. You yourself are definitely gifted and you have powers. You speak. Make sure you're speaking with good intention, because if you're trying to summon certain things that aren't supposed to be playing in your energy, that aren't for your highest purpose, that aren't going to be teaching you anything, and it's only out of spite or jealousy or envy or trying to get revenge, those will come back to bite you in the ass, especially if the other person knows how to protect themselves, okay? And if your mother or an energy around you is playing with certain magic, like kitchen magic or working on certain foods and stuff, I'm seeing somebody spraying a sprinkler and seeing like the rainbow there. So maybe they do stuff out in the backyard as well. Just keep in mind that we don't play around with the darker energies. We understand them. We acknowledge them for their significance in the lessons that we need to learn. But the more power you give to an entity that is not healed, the more you're going to have to deal with that karma. Keep that in mind. All right, can we get one more for Capricorn? Let's not play around with the darker energies. Because here in the 3D, we have protection. We can ask Egypt. You may have ties with Egypt. This has been coming a lot lately, especially since August 8th. Okay, and we're in the year of 8, which is also the year of the dragon. So there's many different cultures are all coming together. They're aware of the different portals and things that have opened. They're aware of certain energies and entities around us that they can tap into, because you can embody, just like an actor or actress that plays a role of one person specifically. They'll study them, they'll learn about them. It's almost like shape-shifting, and then they try to embody that person so that they could play them in a role. Okay, if somebody's trying to do this with you, that's not okay. They can't take your destiny or journey, and they can't step in your shoes. They're gonna have to take on the negative parts that you had to go through too. Keep that in mind for anybody. This is for you or somebody else. If somebody is trying to take the role, there's a dry lightning again. That's the third one. Somebody's trying to take your role or destiny, or you're trying to do that to somebody else. It doesn't work that way. As much as we'd like to think it does, it doesn't work that way. You have to go through your own trials and tribulations. You have to go through your own karma, whatever's passed down in your bloodline. All of us have to do the learning that we're supposed to here in the 3D so that we can mature, especially emotionally, and heal from the certain past traumas that we've been through or our bloodline. And Egypt has a lot of hidden things, okay, that are starting to come to the light, and now other people are starting to acknowledge this. And finally, I wonder if I could turn that backlight on. Anyways, they're starting to acknowledge this, right? And they're starting to uncover certain things that they already knew were uncovered. So it's almost like maybe people in your family or yourself are starting to, excuse me, throat chakra, are starting to acknowledge certain things that you all knew, but nobody's really spoke about until this recent moment here in 2024. Okay, it's the year of 8. It's a huge significance there. Something to do with the top of the pyramid. What was on the top? Gold. Gold would be sun in alchemy. It's like a circle with a dot in the middle of it. Okay, maybe that's symbolic for you. What else can we get something to do with, I want to know about the moon. What's hidden? Because I'm nosy like that. What's hidden for Capricorn? What's hidden? What's hidden for Capricorn? Nothing coming up yet. Let's try this again. Please and thank you. What's hidden? Okay, something about you wanting to travel away with a person. This could be this 2 of Cups energy here that didn't quite work out. You wanting to leave with them or move away with them. This Queen of Cups. Somebody with a lot of love, a lot of heart, somebody that you care deeply about, but that was not surmounted. So maybe you had the opportune moment to, or a gateway to say something or do something. You had that time limit and you hadn't done it, and therefore you missed the opportunity, or the opportunity has yet to arise and you just haven't surmounted it yet. Whatever it is, you need to speak your truth and be honest. If this 2 of Cups is not going to work out, do not waste your entire life searching for the same individual. Be your authentic self. Draw in somebody that's of the same caliber and of the same vibrational frequency. You want to bring somebody into your life that you truly care about, that's going to respect you and that you respect them, right? That would be a good idea. What else can we get here? Oh, there it is. Oracle cards. Love Oracle. For Capricorn. Love Oracle, please and thank you. Maybe you want to knock on somebody's door. I've been doing that a lot more lately and I never really used to. Capricorn. What's about the love here? What about the love, Capricorn? Not feeling it, huh? This is a completion. Maybe breaking down the ego and you're really not focusing on your love life right now. It's too much of a heartbreak. You're dealing with other things that you want to heal from, and that's okay. Doing a little study, a little self-discipline, meditation, going within. This really is not giving me anything right now. If you don't want to talk about that, that's okay. That would be the moon again. Things that are left unsaid or kept hidden. Give me a little bit of something to go off of, Capricorn, here. A little something. It's not just for you, remember. This could be the people that you're dealing with. What can we get for Capricorn? You're really that hurt, huh? Okay, healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. Like I said, get into that whole frame of mind of taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're doing the right things, eating healthy, cutting out anything that's toxic for yourself. The golden mirror, again with the gold. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Maybe in the past you were codependent or there was a toxic relationship. Maybe that was the 2 of Cups and it was a false twin flame. Or maybe it was just somebody to come into your life to teach you something. Or maybe these are ways about yourself that you acknowledge from the past and it's your old way of living. And it's like your other side of you, the unhealed child side. because gold would be sun, that would be solar plexus. And then we've got Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances. Grow and transform your life. Be free. Start anew. This doesn't have to be a death of a person, okay? But this is a death of a situation and a way of thinking. And clearly thought processes in the past were specifically, it looks specifically focused on whatever relationship this was, and there was other people interfering with it, and instead of going within, at some point you may have just stayed in the childlike energy to avoid it. It's almost like ignorance is bliss, right? And you do realize you have powers, especially when you're speaking or chanting certain things, so be careful with that. Again, you might want to talk to some family members about some hidden information that you don't know. Go to people that you trust if you can, and continue to make healthy choices for yourself. Can we get something else? Maybe there was a ring in the past. Don't worry about it. There is how many people on the planet? So if you're single and you're not with anybody right now, keep in mind, give somebody a chance to get to know the real you, who you truly are, how amazing you are, how talented you are, what you bring to the table, what kind of person you are, even embracing that childlike energy, and somebody that loves and appreciates you for that silly side, you know, the fun side. If this is a male energy that I'm talking to, maybe you have to split ties or cut ties with like the mother energy, and give yourself some space, some breathing room. And if you are with somebody right now currently and things are not working out, that's okay. Sometimes it's meant to be that way. You're starting a new life. Okay, the Grim Reaper, death of one thing, beginning of a new. You got to clear out old cycles in order to start new. This could be this other woman coming in as well. This doesn't have to be the two. Okay, and maybe you want to travel away with this other woman if you're in a relationship, and get far away from whatever this city is here. You want to get out of town, you want to get away. That's okay too. What else can we get for Capricorn? Okay, Odin. Do research on Odin and good fortune. So there's good coming your way. Stay patient, stay calm. Acknowledge whatever emotions you're feeling and what you can learn from it, okay? What else we got? Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack, talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, and hovering, and then boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure of issues, okay? We're going to get you 3 runes. No, 4 runes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Capricorn, what do we got for you? Okay, we've got the moon. That's one. What's left unknown or unsaid that needs to come to the surface. We've got manas. Man, augmentation, support, innocence, the self, humanity, culture, awareness, social order, friends, family, relationships. The letter M, that's yellow and green, so solar plexus and your heart chakra. Okay, these are things that you're in or you need to work on for your chakras. Oh, good. You've got Urus, which is strength, willpower, power, speed, desire, courage. Ox, energy, you, and then again, yellow and green for solar plexus and heart chakra. Maybe you're being tested right now. You have to realize that you have to get through the test in order to get to the next level. Okay. Last but not least, another moon. So you got double moon. Pull that thorn out, okay? Whoever stabbed you in the back, move forward. They will get their karma. Don't worry about that. Interesting music in the background, okay? So hopefully that helps. What else? See a little bit more. Have courage, okay? Promise, a statement binding the person who makes it. Maybe you made a promise to somebody or yourself. Ground or basis of expectation. Pledge, promise, promising, to make a promise, to afford reason, to expect, to make promise, to afford expectations, okay? So maybe you made a promise and you want to be able to keep that promise to yourself or somebody else. And then we got comptroller, COMPTROLLER. I'm seeing troll as well. Maybe somebody's following you or stalking you. A controller, an officer who examines an account or the accounts of collectors of public money. Somebody that works for the city, possibly. trap, a contravene for catching unawares, an ambush, a contrivance in drains to prevent, effluvia, rising, EFFLUVIA, rising, a carriage of any kind, on the springs, kind of movable ladder, an ingenious rock, trapping or trap, to catch a trap, to ensnare, to adorn, to set traps for a game. Be careful of pits that people create for you, okay? If they want you doing some shady shit or some spell work, again with this high priest or priestess, don't get pulled in, because then you're going to be the one that gets in shit for it, all right? And then you're going to add more karma to yourself, and who knows, that could be a spiritual kind of imprisonment, which is in the head, in the mind, all right? Communicate. Hopefully that helps. Actually, I want one more card. One more card. You got this, Capricorn. You're healing well. 6 of Coins. Maybe you feel like you're being pitied on, or you don't want other people's pity, or maybe you're being generous at this time, even though you're feeling down and out, you're still feeling generous to help other people, or maybe people are being generous with you because they see you down and out. Whatever this is, this looks like an exchange of energy, maybe from high to low. Keep in mind, you want equal reciprocation. If you're giving your energy to somebody and they're giving you shit-ass energy to carry, you don't want that. Or if you're giving shit-ass energy and you're expecting high vibes back, it doesn't work like that. You want equal exchange, okay? And that's the second time death was on the bottom, okay? So watch your health. Unless somebody around you has been playing in some dirty, dirty magic and trying to catch you up on that, okay? Then they're going to get their own karma. Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. All right?